Hey, welcome to Clark's Place.
Did you forget where it was again? It's Clark's Place, everyone.
This is a post-Carlisle show.
Post-Carlisle.
Summation.
Amazing show ever. Definitely.
Yes, we had a great time. Towards the last of the trip wasn't so great with the tire. Could have blown up.
I got a quick laundry list of little key
Yep.
takeaways we want to put, but the first one was just to address the show. We drove up, got there Thursday night. If you've watched the videos, there's 3 videos that are doing really well, but got there, stayed there Thursday night, and then all day Friday we did the car show and met a lot of really cool people.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. All day Friday, we sat in the booth.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you said car show. He went all around to all the booths to look at parts and film.
Yeah, kind of after we did the selling all day.
All day. And
so none of that footage got captured or anything. That was just pretty much all day until 2 or 3 in the afternoon that we were sitting there talking with everybody that came through the booth. And I was surprised the number of people that recognized us and maybe didn't know Clark's Place right out of the gate, but put 2 and 2 together as they were talking to us, like, oh yeah, I saw you guys at Hebron last year.
I've watched some of your videos. Or the guy that came, we think from Canada, but we weren't sure.
Yeah, I said it in I think part 2 of the video where I was just riding around on the scooter, that he actually went up to Pops like he was famous and was so genuinely like
he was
happy to meet him, because
and that's nice to know that somebody actually has gotten some value, because I know we've gotten value out of trying to learn, school of YouTube, and it's like, oh my gosh, that guy was so good, and it works. Well, I'm glad that we pass it on to other people.
Yeah, I built a powder coating oven after watching 187 powder coating videos, and then made the best version that I thought would fit my needs. And that's kind of what we do with the cars. Is we do the stuff, watching all of Ken Diggett and Graveyard Cars and all of those great car shows that show quality work, and we do it to the best of our ability on our garage, and hopefully show some more behind the scenes stuff that gets cut to their cutting room floor. We don't cut anything at Clark's Place, so you see pretty much everything. But
we loaded up Wednesday probably here in the garage, all the extra parts that we were taking up there, the trailer, the back of the truck. Had a mattress in there because we figured we'd be sleeping. We were going to stop at Walmart. He was going to get a tent and a sleeping bag. Well, we left. We had to go to Bryan's Road, Maryland for Mike's Mustang. He had the 2 spaces that we used. So he wasn't going, and we were able to take 2 spaces.
Worked out really good for us.
So he had to go through Maryland to his place. He's just south of D.C. We drove, and the GPS in the truck, we ended up seeing the Washington Monument, the Jefferson Memorial.
I had never seen any of that, so it was really cool to, instead of going around D.C. on the left side,
495, I believe,
we kind of snaked up and around the city and went through, but it was awesome.
It turned out good. There wasn't a lot of traffic. It was about, 6:30. We thought we're going to never get through D.C., but we did.
Going downtown through D.C. at 6:30 is better than taking the 475 or 465. 495. Because when we had to get back onto 495 through the city,
it was packed up.
Jam-packed full of cars. It's like we took the right way.
Yeah.
Accidentally, I guess.
So that was fun, getting to see that, and then that's why it put us into Carlisle at 10, 11 o'clock?
10:30, 11 o'clock,
10:30, 11 o'clock. We're out there with our cameras looking for the little tag that's nailed.
Yeah, it's like coffee can tops nailed down with labels, but
with labels and had arrows. So we got backed in and just threw the tent up. Met a couple people.
Yeah,
that were still, because there's people that camp out the whole day, while you're there.
Yeah, they were interested in some of our stuff there. So.
Yeah, so that was our first night, just getting up. I think it was a total of 15 hours on the road, so we were beat.
All right, shifting gears, we got there, we did all that. I met a kid, and I do interview him. I think his name is Josh. Was it Joshua?
It's I don't know.
I'll put the minute marker for his story. Bought a transmission, and just I could tell he was just beat up, like he was just all dejected walking by the booth. And that's why when I saw him that second day, I think it's in part 2, I see him, and there's a chapter at the bottom of the video for Joshua and missing transmission, or I forget what I labeled it. But what a terrible thing, like I thought. And if I could help, I know I said it in the voiceover as I was riding around on the scooter, but once again, I'll put his information up there. If you do have any info on getting this kid his transmission,
which he paid for, went to get a dolly of some sort, rented a car.
Yeah, we saw him go by the booth a second time, and he carrying this big dolly like he's
couldn't find, because there's so many aisles.
Oh, that's big.
He couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And then he was with his mom, and
I mean,
maybe by the end of the show, maybe he did find it, but
yeah,
hopefully he did. But anyway, go ahead.
So that was one thing I wanted to touch base on is at least to throw that out there, and maybe somebody does find something for him or figure something out or helps him out. The paint gun, I wanted to revisit that.
Yep.
That was a
been
big
over a year
thing.
now.
That I think it's right at a year that we had like 400 or 500 subscribers, and we thought we'll do a promotion and give away a free paint gun for the FLG4, which is our primer paint gun.
Nice gun though, spray's really good.
I think when we bought it, I think I paid over $300 or something like, and may have got some extras with it. But it's that time. We reached 1,000 subscribers, so thank you everybody in Carlisle for coming through. I think we got 60 some subscribers in the last week or so, so that's amazing, because pretty much it's been organic growth, like 1 per day that we get from just people finding us on YouTube. But apparently you found us. We got 1,000 subscribers, and we're already like 1,050 right now. So
we're gonna do the drawing.
very cool. But
the
video for the FLG4 paint gun giveaway is, if you just go on to Clark's Place, it's the very first thing that flashes up, and the video should be playing when you go to the site. New subscribers, I mean, we've had 500 since we put that video out,
right?
But it's been a year. So if you haven't and you want to be considered for the paint gun, I figured not everybody is in the painting business, like, well, we're not in the business,
no,
but into the painting of,
you don't have the capability, or
you don't paint cars.
You don't paint cars.
So if you don't, then we do a cash equivalent or something like that for one of our viewers. So go to that video and click that you want the gun or whatever. And then what we decided was
we got the Hebron show coming up.
We're going to the Hebron show, which I believe is the 12th and 13th
of August.
And he's not going to go. I'm just going to go in my Jeep and take a scooter and go around and film. And then there's a pinball party after that I'll probably post that video after that weekend, that next week.
And then when he gets back,
August 19th, I believe, is the weekend after that he and I will film.
We'll get all
the name out of a hat.
Pull all the names. Either we'll put them on paper or somehow, and then pull the name for the winner.
Yes, sir. So go to that video, put a comment. It's something simple. I want it, whatever. Like all of the other, I think we may have, I think it's like 50 people that have said that they want it, something like that. But it has like 500 views. So I think people watched it, but they didn't say they wanted it. Now's the time. We're gonna give it away. So you got 3 weeks from today. I'll post this video today. So August 19th, we'll give it away after the Hebron show, and give me a chance to, as I'm running around filming there, get some more people from the Hebron show that might be interested in getting a gun. Okay. I'd love to give away a gun, but if we're the only do-it-yourself garagers that want a gun and would love to have that, maybe somebody else can use a couple $100.
That's right.
So, shifting gears again. Well, before I talk about the trip back, what else did you want to talk about?
Only that the show, we didn't get to see it all. It's, if you go there selling parts and you have to man your booth, you're probably not going to get to the whole show.
No.
It's just not enough time. We rode scooters around, and there's so many people. Like on Saturday, you have to go slow. I couldn't walk it, and even a fit person, that would be hard to walk that whole show. Somebody mentioned that it was 22 miles to do the whole thing, which
I think I did in the
probably
video
the
too.
rows, you go down one side and down the other, you count it twice.
Maybe.
Because you can't see it all. But anyway,
Oh no, it was a long way running around.
Saturday, you want to see some beautiful Daytonas, Dukes of Hazzards, even the Little Red Truck. I mean, everything is there in multiples of everything.
Yeah, I'd have to scrub the footage, but we just watched a Graveyard Cars that they're doing the Bullet Tribute 68 black vinyl top car, and it had Kragers on it for some reason. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
that kicked it into my mind as like, man, note to self, did I see a 68 black?
Probably, but you didn't notice it.
The thing is the longer I was there, the less time I felt like I had. It's like when you're watching Game of Thrones and you're coming down to the last couple episodes of Game of Thrones. You're like, no, there's only an hour left. What am I gonna do for a year? That's the way I felt at Carlisle, like running around as I'm getting to the A bodies, the Dusters and stuff like that, and the Challengers towards the top of that hill. I'm starting to see people leaving, and it's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm running out of time. I mean, I felt pressured to film all day because it's like, there's so much to see. I'm gonna run out of daylight.
People do start leaving Saturday afternoon. Of course, another thing, it was so hot every day,
Yeah, true.
and they probably wanted to get. There's trailers, car haulers parked everywhere around the city or the town, and they drive their cars, especially wing cars and all that. Put it in the trailer.
Bird cars?
and they
You
go
got the
home.
bird cars out there.
And there's a lot of local, mostly East Coast people. A lot of people with Boston accents and stuff that we talked to. So
Yep.
it was different to, than
We
going
got to
to
see
Ohio.
every kind of Mopar fan
yeah.
there, so it was
Every
really neat.
kind of part. I mean, if you can't find it, then it probably
doesn't exist.
doesn't know. Yeah. But yeah, great show. I was glad that we got to go.
Thank you to everybody for coming and introducing yourselves at our booth.
Yep.
We didn't film any of that, but it was great to have that a private moment with some fans that came up of some of the stuff we do and some people that gave us some critiques.
Yeah.
One guy recognized me by my voice. He said he hadn't heard of Clark's Place, and then he heard me talking to another customer that was there at our booth, and he's like, I do know you guys. You guys did that. I recognize your voice. And
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't think I've got the most recognizable voice, but apparently
You could do commercials.
I said I have a face for radio.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell him that or
I
something?
think you did. Yeah.
Okay, enough about the show and all of that. The trip back.
The trip back was uneventful for a long time. We didn't go back around D.C. We trickled down through North South Carolina because we had 270 fenders and a hood to drop off at a guy's house. It was a little out of the way, but he gave us a little extra money to drop it off, which was
Right near
great.
Kannapolis. and
Yeah, it was right
all
around
the race
Kannapolis.
buildings.
And then we found a hotel because we were beat. It was probably midnight, 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
and we couldn't keep going. And the next day, it was a good day driving, but started feeling just things shaking in the truck, and I said something's not right. And
I just claimed
it's
that
the
he had
road.
loaded the trailer and not put enough tongue weight, and it was just vibrating us.
I said, no, I said,
but he knows his truck, and he was adamant
it's
that
like that's shaking
this
too
is
much.
not right.
Things are rattling in the back that would be driving me crazy. And I said maybe a wheel threw a weight, but we stopped.
That's
we
what I
were
was
getting gas,
thinking
and Chris happened to notice, and I think you already filmed that.
Yeah, so we'll cut to that.
Big bulge in the it was getting ready to blow.
We filmed this right when we got back after we changed the tire in a Wendy's parking lot.
Yeah.
But this is the footage that shows what actually happened there. So we'll cut to that. All right, the only negative thing that happened, everything else was positive on our trip to Carlisle, PA, and the Chrysler Nationals, but we almost had an exclamation point at the end of the trip, huh?
That is all you can really see the bulge out. it was shaking the truck. Chris kept trying to tell me, it's just the road. We got a trailer, it's shaking us. And
I really can't see it on the camera, but it'll probably show up on the screen really well.
It goes up and down. Look at that.
And all the tread is separated.
I mean, that's ready. That thing there is ready to boom, blow.
Yeah, so.
And it would have been catastrophe pulling a trailer.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Why don't you buy new tires before they've got 1,000,000 miles on them?
They don't. They got like, what,
60,000.
60,000. They're the original tires.
Why don't you rotate them once every 36,000 miles?
No, I have rotated these tires front to back, crossed them over.
Well,
I mean, you can look at the tires, do not look that bad.
When I took it off and I was putting it in the back of the trailer, I was like, this thing is ready to blow right now.
I know it was hot and it was probably more bulged out, so.
Yeah, it progressively got worse, a little shimmy, then
yeah,
right before we got off the exit, it was a shake.
Yes.
And
so we are back now, back home. Trailer's been unloaded and repacked with what we were keeping in it before. And the truck needs to be cleaned out, swept, all that stuff. But the trip was great. We had a great time. So, did you want to tell your story that a guy said about the
No, we'll do that on another take with just us sitting interviewing each other. So we'll cut right back to that.
So this is the end of our trip.
That's from cutting it.
Oh. But yeah, that could have been catastrophe. It was the back left. I don't know.
Did you get new tires yet?
No.
Oh, you haven't been to get
I haven't gone anywhere in the truck, so it's the spare's still on it and it's good.
But yeah, that was a close call. That was someone looking out for us on the way back that I happened to, and the whole tire is not split. It's just a half moon, like a crescent moon.
And the bands are all showing, and it's like that inner part of the tire is getting ready to bust out and blow.
Yeah, so somebody was looking out for us, our angel on our shoulders for having a great time. And it having all the tools, we had a little Milwaukee air compressor. We had we call it the big Whomper.
Yeah, it's the big
half-inch drive impact.
Yeah.
And
we had our pump-up floor jack, which I always take that.
So yeah, we made really quick work of it, maybe 10-15 minutes to change the
It's like a NASCAR team.
Yeah, you know, just all in unison.
The left
knows what the right's doing.
The hardest part was finding where the jack was stored, which was behind the little jump seat in the back seat, all wrapped up and tied in, and then getting the remote control or the remote apart to get the little slug key to open the lock where the rod goes through to crank the tire down. It's like that took us longer than actually changing the tire. But
yep.
So anyway.
We got back safe. Thank you again for everybody. I'm ending the show here.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. Just look forward to the next show, which will be Hebron.
That you're not going to participate.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Why not?
Because I've done enough. I don't need to be sleeping in the back of the truck again.
I'm going to sleep in my Jeep, probably.
Yeah.
So, then to wrap it up, awesome time. Great to meet so many awesome people with outstanding cars.
Beautiful
up there
cars.
in Carlisle. So that will definitely be one that's on the calendar every year for the rest of my life. I think that's how it affected me. And I really like the Hebron show, so I'm going. Whether or not this guy will make it or not, we'll see.
Yep.
But thank you to all the people. That was just an amazing show. We had an awesome time. And are you going to go back to Carlisle or no?
I don't know. Might.
Oh, you might. Okay.
We can get a hotel room.
Okay.
We better reserve it now.
Adjoining rooms, because there'll be some snoring, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But heads up on the gun as well. We're going to do that on the 19th, a Saturday after Hebron, I believe is the right dates. So go to that video. I'll put markers every 5 minutes. I don't know how long this video is ending up, but I'll put little marker things that link to that video. But just go to Clark's place. You'll see that FLG4 flash of the gun is the video that's like our main opening video. Because I wanted everybody to have a chance for it. I want the people in Hebron, if I do meet and talk with some more people up there, maybe more people recognize me as I'm running around on a scooter, I'll hand out cards there. I'm going to be advising people if they want that. And like we said, we'd love to give away the gun. We'll drop ship it from Summit or whoever sells the gun.
Yeah.
We haven't looked into it yet, but if somebody doesn't want the gun, we'll do the cash out.
Send them cash some way.
Go to that video now, put a comment, whatever the comment is. I'll go through everybody that's commented, put their names, and then after we draw in the video, we'll do that. We might try to do something live. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know because nobody's going to be watching that's on that, even if we were live. So we'll probably record it and do a name out of a hat, post it, send a message in the comments of that video to that person, and have them get in touch with us, and we'll get address and information to send some money.
Right.
And thank the good Lord the tire didn't blow on us. That could have ruined the Carlisle trip on the way back. But we did get to go through Kannapolis. We did not see any Earnhardt Chevrolet in Kannapolis there.
No, we didn't.
So tell us the story of that, if there is still. We were looking all through. It's not a very big town, but we were looking for. I'm like, this is Earnhardt Country. Where's Earnhardt Chevrolet? And I thought way back in the day, in the 1999, I thought he owns either in Concord or Kannapolis owns Earnhardt Chevrolet. So I was looking for that landmark because I'd never been through there. But
no, there was a Chevrolet, but it wasn't an Earnhardt.
No, it wasn't. So that's it for today's vid.
Thank you for watching.
We wanted to update you, give a little bit of insight into what we thought of the show, and tell you guys what amazing cars you have up there.
Yep.
Amazing show. Hit the thing for the gun, put the comment, and then we'll draw in 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, that's it from Clark's Place. Thanks again for a wonderful time. We appreciate it. We'll see you next show.
All right.
Hebron, next show. See you there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.